How to reduce lead and purchase costs to scale predictably, post iOS 14 and the latest updates, and really avoid wasted ad spend in the whole process. This is a top level view of the exact things you need to focus. This is one of the most important videos. You really need to get a good grasp of what you need to focus on from a top level standpoint. Stop the day-to-day guesswork, the best marketing channel to focus on, which part of your business you should allocate all the spend, and which top level strategy you should focus on. Again, some proof that I actually have done this stuff and I'm still doing this. Obviously, as you can see, as well as multiple businesses, scale multiple businesses to 5, 6, 10, 15K a day in ad spend. So who exactly am I? My name is Harry, and I've generated over 25 million in sales across the past 3 or 4 years that I've been an ad buyer and a marketer, worked in multiple 7-figure agencies as well as 8-figure brand, and I'm also a media buyer. We're seeing a lot of accounts and a lot of data. So point being, I know what's working, what's not. I'm in almost daily in the ad account itself. So this is super important for you to actually learn, because this really allow you to scale. No matter what your niche is, this really works. I'm going to talk specifically if you're actually a high ticket lead gen or coach or an info business as well as e-com. This stuff works across the board basically. Let me jump into the first. I want you to focus from a top level standpoint, and then I'm going to go in each one of them, specifically going and breaking down the most important things you need to focus on and breaking down the winning pieces of each actual of these parts. So the first one is create high converting creative. We need to have a repeatable winning creative testing and scaling system, sticking to the winning ad formula, scaling strategies and targeting, pick the right funnel, and tactical best practices. First one, most important stuff. I don't know why nobody says that, and they're like, oh yeah, you need high converting ads. Here's some high converting ads. No, guys, you need to go back to the drawing board with the basics and research your ideal customer through reviews, competitors research. You have to really drill down. I follow an 8-step research process that really enables me to get very specific on my ideal customer and really craft the ads based off that. Second of that, you will need direct response structure, which basically, following a compelling direct response structure, which means a hook that then we follow into building intrigue, break resistance, and a clear call to action. Some of the best performing ad types, UGC, CGC, or user-generated content, or customer-generated content, which really we underutilized right now. Making ugly ads, I don't know if you've seen that, or basically just hyper-reduced ad, but also some ugly ads. And of course, statics work very well, and it is a bit of not that sexy and cool, but statics do work insanely well. Now we need to not reinvent the wheel, but see the top performing ads in our industry and our top performers across basically our competitors. So a great tool for that is Foreplay. So it's basically, this tool is a huge ad library, compile the libraries of TikTok, Google, I think, as well, and Facebook. You can really search via your industry, whatever brand, you can type competitors. It's really an amazing tool that we use across different agencies. I use myself, not affiliated with that, but it's also a tool to actually dive in. Then I really want to mention make hypothesis in testing. Super key on the basic fundamentals of being a top 1% marketer is make hypothesis before testing. You need to, for example, make those creatives, let's say that they're all around testimonials, speaking about a specific problem that maybe your customer has. Make hypothesis, maybe testing that against maybe some other compilation of maybe some mashup or maybe some pain point focused creative. So just to be clear, have some hypothesis in your testing. You don't just create creatives, just for the sake of it. But I think this will solve all the problems here, which basically research your ideal customer basically. So let me dive into some high converting ads that I'm seeing, so you can get a quick look of what I'm saying about that, how they do look, and just comment a bit quick. For example, let me go into this one here. As you can see, it's very simple static, has a testimonial, and it has the clear focus of being the product, and just a quick headline to really catch the attention, the right attention, to be honest. So just to be clear, just a quick note here. Yes, testimonials, we all know that we should include them, but it is what testimonial do we actually use? So we want to make it not seem like an ad as much as possible. So we can't really say, oh, I tried, this formula and it worked. It has to be a bit more think about it from a customer standpoint. They scroll and they see the ad, and they might have, if you do your research right, you will know the routine, the habits and everything. So if you incorporate that into testimonial, it really much more resonate with them. The aspects to them work very well for also info products as well as product e-commerce products as well. So basically comparing, the competitors, obviously generalized, getting the band here. Yeah, some other one is like a feature static pony ad, also working very well. And some videos, obviously these more UGC kind of videos. Here on these fashion brands, as you can see, it's just like a try on, which quickly transitions, which is super key also. Lastly, let me touch on a UGC. As you can see, the common reply is a very native of TikTok, and it works very well across Meta and TikTok. It goes basically on the key product benefits, and it really outlines most of the occasions, says the pain points, and really showcases the effectiveness of the product itself. So this works very well as well. I'll drop that link in the video so you can have a look at yourself. Just some high converting creatives that I've seen across the board. So UGC, just quickly to throw in like a quick formula that I've seen working very well. The 10% the first 3 to 5 seconds, basically the hook, basically want to call out the audience most of the part, all the problem that they're facing. So we're gonna have the right kind of people stopping the scroll and watching all the way through our ad basically. Then we're going to transition into addressing the pain point and anticipating on that pain point really and the problem to really cause a bit of a pain in our customers. So then we're going to introduce our product and the benefits and sales arguments, handling some objections to really drive this home and make them to click on the link and go buy the product. So that's like a whole top level for UGC. Now this is my actual favorite part. You need to have a creative and a winning creative testing system. This really changed the game, guys. Everything was much easier, much more clear to me, because obviously I was, I've been in the market for the last 4 or 5 years, I think now. So at the start, I was really just fumbling around, just, testing different creatives. So yeah, let me get creatives. I think we have a creative problem. Didn't have a creative problem. Yeah, we actually did have a creative problem. But the most important problem that we had, we didn't know what was working, and we didn't have a process to iterate on it and scale the winning elements. So the first one obviously is research, then go into message testing using single ad variable isolation method, which works insanely well. Just testing one variable at a time. Phase 3 is creative testing. This is super secret sauce here. We turn one winning ad into 100. Testing multiple variations and bottlenecks that the original ad had, just by quickly editing without needing to go back and get new creative. And then we scale predictably through scaling strategies and so on and so forth. So this top level, I want to make like a very specific video going in depth on that. So subscribe if you want to learn more, or if you're ready to get like any direct help from me to implement this in your business, click the link below and let's have a quick chat, or purchase the Inner Circle, which is my course/group coaching program. So they will be in the description, probably depending on when you actually watch this video. Take it to the winning ad formula. Again, one of my favorite lessons that I learned basically, and this is why I'm so passionate about this again. Taking the winning ad formula, people have this notion that in order to scale, we need creatives. That's totally wrong. We need to have the right kind of creative and go deeper in the winning ad formula. We don't need like more creative, we need the right creatives. So if you follow the system that I just showed you, you should have 100% clarity what's working, what's not in the account itself, and stick to the winning ad formula. This is how we scale without avoiding ad spend, without having any rising CPA issues, or we have like a job performance, at least not at the same level. Obviously, there's not like the magic pill. Obviously, we're gonna have drop-ups and stuff, but much more consistent results at scale. And you need to keep a log of winning ads. I'm talking about keep a log of the winning ad formula here, just to put this in a bit better of a phrase. You need to log, okay, which fork, which angle, which CTA, which audience, what was actually working in the account. I have a whole spreadsheet here that I just write it down for each client or each business that I work with. So just to be clear, let me go into the top level scaling strategy. I know this is like the sweet part, the part that we won't want to actually really delve into it from the start, but like this is super key. Now, broad open targeting across the board, across accounts, across managing over 500k a month in ad spend. See the best audience just at scale, but that doesn't mean that we don't use any other audiences. But typically, as you scale and you go with broader audience, you need to let the algorithm do its job. And again, creative will drive the most of the targeting. So as we scale, we need a bit of a different targeting system of creative as well. So interest targeting still works, and in my experience has the best efficiency. It doesn't scale that well, but it has very good results. So do your research, come up with like a few different groups of interest targeting. This would also be very helpful from the research you did previously in the creative process with some interest targeting stacks. So lookalikes have been working much better now compared to right after post iOS 14 happened. But again, it depends on the source. You need to have the best things that are working. Obviously, are not pixel-based audiences, so customer lists, LTV audiences, subscribers, or maybe some pixel purchase event or audiences based on that. But yeah, also vertical scaling. Also, I'm going to a bit of a scaling strategy here. Vertical scaling hits a ceiling. I found in a few accounts, I like to keep it as consolidated as possible. Is how you scale. But in some accounts, I'm seeing that after 500 to 1,000 a day per ad set, it has some diminishing returns and it really hits a limit or a ceiling. So you need to experiment with horizontal scale as well. If you ask about that specific problem a few months ago, I would say that just do an ad vertical scale. We found that actually scaling horizontally is duplicating the same ad set or duplicating with a different audience is working insanely well across accounts, and it will just provides more stability in the whole scaling ecosystem, because as you can imagine, if one ad set goes south, the whole account goes south. But if you have 4 or 5 ad sets, it's much more stable. So I like to increase vertically by 50 to 20% every 3-4 days. And again, once it hits a ceiling, I like to duplicate it or duplicate it beforehand. Last, I want to talk about manual bidding here, which is basically just some cost caps or bid caps basically, but mostly cost caps to be honest, which we have seen very good results when we scale and controlling the whole account CPA down by 10 to 15%. Also great to leverage in key sales periods or payday sales and so on and so forth. So pick the right funnel. If you high ticket lead gen or cold funnel kind of thing, go with a mini webinar. I got a video coming this soon. Basically, not that I actually know traditional VSL or webinars work, they still work, but we found the mini webinar that actually is not my thing, it's Jeremy Haynes' thing from a coaching and a mastermind that I was in. It's working very, very well across now. I'm so excited to actually share this with you in the coming videos. It's more like a short version of a webinar that's more direct. It really, because people they have seen webinars for a lot of years now, and they have become less efficient and less effective, to be honest. Yeah, definitely go with me webinar. Obviously VSLs do work. It will depend on your price point and maybe your business, but yeah, in general I will go with the mini webinar. And if you're an e-com store, well-optimized PDPs typically outperform any other page. But as you scale, just in general, landing page also work very well if they are put together nicely. So I'm gonna share also some examples in the description, and also have upsells and check out incentives in place to boost AOVs. Sorry for the typo again. Very, very important thing to boost AOV, especially if you're e-com product. You can easily have an upsell product, or obviously if your course, obviously you can do that. And if you have a course and a high ticket coaching thing, you can obviously put that in a whole funnel together. But it's super important to squeeze as much out of each customer. Sometimes AOV, you will do more profitable ads and more profitable business and backend. You need third-party tracking. I wish you weren't, but you need to invest in third-party tracking software. I like to use Triple and Notbeam for e-com or Hyros as well. And I like to use the triangle of truth, basically using 3 sources, which can be, for example, third-party tracking solution. It might be in-platform, and it might be Google Analytics, or maybe ClickFunnels Analytics or something like that. So you can have 3 sources so you can gauge a bit. Super important to see the top level business standpoint, account health of what's happening. I see so many people, and I do this myself. I was looking attribution per channel, but obviously it's much more important process for teams to use to gain the success of an omnipresent approach. So definitely go and do that. Then you need to focus nearly down on creative output process that connect with the creative testing system. So obviously you're gonna get those data, you're gonna get the winning creative, you're gonna get the winning angles. You need to have a process to iterate on those winning creatives, and this, by editing those, or by obviously the next batch and creating new from scratch. And always never stop repeating winning actions. This is actually reminding to myself, because we all fall short on that sometimes. So many businesses that actually audit that, 8 times out of 10 they have a winning action that they did that just stopped working for some reason because something changed in their mind. So that can be an ad, that can be a funnel, that can be a strategy, a product that might also work better. So always never stop repeating winning action. Have a repeatable winning creative testing and scaling system, and focus on the winning ad formula. This will actually allow you to lower your cost per lead, scale with efficiency, and predictability basically, and avoid wasting all this money in the process. So that was pretty much the video. If you need any more direct help from me, see the links below, and I hope you have a great day, guys.